One of the most expensive pieces of calisthenics equipment is the weighted vest, since a high quality one, or at least a decent one, costs more or less $150. So before you make such an investment, in this video I'll share with you some helpful information to decide if it's really worth it for you. First of all, make sure that you have all the basics covered. So, for example, do you have a pull-up bar or something to do pull-ups on, such as gymnastic rings? Do you have something to do dips on? This can also be gymnastic rings if you're a bit more advanced, or otherwise you can also get a dip station, which is also helpful for doing your rows on it. And finally, do you have all the little important accessories? Do you have a jump rope? And do you have a set of grips? Or this can also be parallettes. The next question you want to ask yourself is if carrying a weighted vest with you is really practical, especially if you train outdoors. Obviously, if you train at home, this is not that problematic. But if you have to carry this with you outdoors, if you train at a park or wherever, it can be a hassle. Personally, as a training minimalist, I like to keep my workouts as simple as possible. And therefore, if there's one thing I can use less and let's say do an equipment-free alternative, instead of using that piece of equipment, I'll usually get rid of it. After all, the beauty of calisthenics, as I see it at least, is being able to perform your workout wherever you are and whatever time it is, which is also great for staying consistent in the long run. The last question you want to ask yourself is, do you have the foundation to use a weighted vest? Now, certainly a weighted vest can help you build more muscle at some point. It can help you get stronger, although that is not necessarily the case. If you can't get a weighted vest, don't worry about that. We'll cover that in part 2 of this video though. But overall, you want to make sure before you start complicating things that you can meet some standards. So what are these standards? In my book, this means being able to do at least 14 clean chest to bar pull-ups and at least 20 bar dips. Also, for men above 30, which is by all means not old, but it is an age after which we notice injury rates skyrocket, you might want to consider if adding extra weight on your body is worth the extra wear and tear for your joints and connective tissues, or if maybe using some more joint-friendly techniques such as mind-to-muscle techniques is a better alternative. In part 2 of this video, we'll talk more about that, and I'll also give you smart ways to start using a weighted vest without risking injury. So how to gradually start adding a weighted vest and what are the safest exercises to use it with. That was all for today. If you have any other questions, make sure that you leave them below, and until next time, keep on training.